So this is Procera African Juniper Gin. It's an African Juniper Gin, first gin made with African Juniperus Procera. It's 44% ABV and it comes in a 500 and a 700 ml iteration. Procera African Juniper Gin is the first gin made with Juniperus Procera, a native high altitude juniper that grows at 2,200 meters in Kajabe in Kenya. The other botanicals come from all over the continent, from Morocco in the north to the Indian Ocean islands of the southeast, from Madagascar, Zanzibar, Archipelago. A lot of botanicals come from Kenya, where we make the gin in Nairobi. The citrus elements, the Kenyan green tea, which is some of the best in the world, and the acacia honey from Somalia. The distillation technique is very unique for gin. Our master distiller Roger Jorgensen created this technique, which he calls the pillowcase technique. We grind up very finely all the botanicals. We use many more than most gin distilleries, and it's warmed up to 40 degrees in a very large overgrown tea bag in the pot, which extracts the essential oils. That tea bag's then removed, and when we distill, there's no organic matter in the pot, which has an amazing impact of not burning and stewing and cooking the botanicals, especially the majority juniper, which leaves a really long, complex finish. We distill over 5 to 6 hours, and we really feel that this technique allows all of those botanicals to have their moment in the sun rather than be, I guess, overly dominated by heavy juniper elements. So there are 3 things which we feel are really uniquely revolutionary in the world of a 300-year-old category. The first and most important is that we use green, never dried juniper. As I explained to people, winemakers use grapes and not sultanas or raisins to make wine. Why would you use raisins or sultana equivalents to make gin? But people have used dried juniper for 300 years. We use the equivalent of grapes, and that just makes a huge difference. It turns a spirit category into a terroir spirit category when you distill it with the liquid that the plant grew with. Another element which is completely revolutionary is using a different species of juniper, Juniperus Procera. Gets more sunshine at 2,200 meters where it's 28 degrees all year long. More sunshine, more development of flavors, more character, more nuances than juniper that only has 3 or 4 months of summer sunshine every year like most other gins. And the third is the distillation technique with nothing burning in the pot, no organic matter, really having everything extracted and hence dominating the flavor profiles of the other botanicals. So those 3 things: green juniper, new species of higher quality, richer juniper, distilled in a way which allows them all to speak, creates a real revolutionary product in a very old category. Well, I guess that perfect serve is always an interesting question, and who am I or who are we to tell people how to enjoy something? I mean, when people ask me what's the best way to enjoy Procera, I say however the hell you like, right? We designed it with the intent to make the perfect dry martini. We love dry martinis, an extra dry, almost Duke style naked martini with a little splash of vermouth and a twist of lemon. That's my happy place. When I come home to Kenya after a long trip on the road, that's what I sit outside and have. Makes a lovely gin and tonic, just on ice. As you see, when you drop a cube of ice in, it will go cloudy. That's all the essential oils coming out of suspension. We have our botanical salt, which comes with a bottle, which is our garnish for a gin and tonic. The salt from the Indian Ocean in that botanical salt cuts the sweetness of the tonic, and as the hydrated botanicals in the salt, which is the same as our recipe, add flavor to the gin and tonic, you get a more dominant gin and tonic. If you put a pinch of Procera botanical salt in another gin and tonic, it actually starts to taste like our gin. So we only provide enough for 15 gin and tonics per bottle. We're very proud to announce that Procera is now available at TT Liquor on Kingsland Road, or you can buy it online. And also, if you come into TT Liquor, you can get a beautiful Procera martini at the bar. To find out more, subscribe to the channel or sign up for the newsletter.